Hey, the weight is just a byproduct of your daily goals. Does that make sense? So if your daily goal is to eat 5 meals a day, just because you make your weight doesn't mean you stop doing your goal. So you do better, you stop doing your daily goal? If I got to look for your goals, look, you should have your goals in the front of your locker. There's a tape dispenser in the middle. Just hang them up like this so everybody can see them. Okay, there shouldn't be no secrets. Some of y'all got them hanging in the hooks, right? Trying to hide them and stuff like that. Just put them out there like IO got them. Make it real easy. Did anybody, who's next to Keaton? Where's Richie at? Did you know his goals haven't been up for a week? You didn't notice. Okay? We don't have enough accountability in this room. Period. Right? In this room, there's not enough accountability. Dre, did you know across from you, Ricky Smalling's goals weren't up? Okay? How long did it take me to walk through the locker room and find all the not goals, all the people, the 5 people with no goals, and then to write a couple notes on your locker and point arrows to the people next to them? Maybe 5 minutes. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so I told the leadership guys on Thursday, right now we in the dog days of getting better right now. Okay? You guys pretty much assume that we're going to keep doing what we're doing. You guys are over the whole fight, the whole process part now. But now it's the hard work part. It ain't a sometimes deal. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? So the trash, the lockers, the goals, all that stuff. Let me ask you this. Who in here didn't ask somebody about a goal today? Raise your hand if you didn't ask anybody about a goal. Okay? All right? So you let your teammates down. That's all you're doing. All right? Everybody good? Okay? Here's all I can tell you. I can only give you so much goodness. Okay? If you don't eat, then you suck. It's that simple. If you don't eat what we're trying to feed you, then you're going to suck. Okay? Does anybody here doubt me on that? Okay? Look at the guys that have applied just some simple be better technique. Kevin, is he doing better? Yeah, right? Karan Taylor got an 83 on a test this week. Karan, you got an 83 on any test since you've been here? Hell no. Okay? We laughing, but hey, it ain't hard to be successful in life, and you guys got to get that. Okay? But the worst thing you can do is just ignore all the goodness you get. Does that make sense? Because I'm going to tell you this, you don't know when the goodness is going to stop. And then if you ain't eat, you be trying to go back through your text messages and figure out what you got to do when you ain't successful. Does that make sense to everybody? The first one, how hard are you working, right? We covered that. So this is a good one. What it took to get you here is not enough to get you to the next level. Everybody understand that? Okay, that's a huge one. Because I wish I would have totally understood that in college, right? Because I worked hard, but I wasn't maxing out my time. Shoot, I slept 12 hours a day in college. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about that one, what it took to get you here is not good enough. It's not going to get you to the next level. Who want to go to the NFL in here? That's a whole lot of hands, right? What do we know the facts are? How many of those hands are going to go to the NFL? 1 or 2, right? Now, let me ask you this. How many of those guys can go to the NFL if they do this and then they kill this? I mean, I don't know what the number is, but I know the number is infinitely higher than 2 or 3, which we know the number to be. Everybody understand that? That right there is huge. Okay? We already covered that. Okay? Everybody heard the talk? He's talking about the fighter, the boxer. Dude wasn't the most talented. Dad tried to keep him out of the sport. He had 1 extra mile to run, 1 extra punch. That's what we're trying to get to, right? We're not there. I told you it's a process, right? We're not going to start doing 2 or 3 hours extra a day and expect to be doing killer work, right? But we got to do more today than we did yesterday. Okay? Anybody here and say the program could be instantly great? Right? How long does it take for this team to change the whole dynamic of the team? Even from where we are right now. If everybody in here fully committed, how quickly would the team culture change? It's changed a lot in the last 3 weeks, right? But think about that. You don't have to wait to be instantly great. You don't have to. But everybody in this room got to buy in. Okay? And the buy-in's doing okay. All right? This is a great one, right? Change your identity, believe you deserve it by outworking everyone. It's a magical thing, man. When you look around and all of a sudden magic things start happening to you because you're working so hard. Does that make sense? Okay? That one's huge. Okay? We covered that, right? Okay? The 6 guys. So, who in here heard the 6 guys comment? Raise your hand. What is it, Murr?
Saying like the average teams have like one guy like hold someone accountable, but like when someone's like not working hard, 6 guys get them right away. Kind of like everyone on the team holding each other accountable.
Sorry, Sean. You know, I think you're Murtaugh, so it's all good. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this: how can you translate, Sean? How can you translate that to trash?
Instead of just like one guy picking up trash, everyone's picking up trash.
Okay. But more importantly, when I go by, where is my man's locker with shake towels in front of it? Ron Harge. Is he Ron? If I go by Ron Harge's locker and he got 15 towels with shake all over him, right? The first thing I'm doing is calling Ron. Where are you at, bud? Right? But I'm not calling him. K-Jack calling him. LeRae calling him. O calling him. Pretty soon he got 17 messages like, yo, what's going on in front of your locker, bud? Next time he just leave a bunch of shake soaked towels in front of his locker, he be like, yo, I better clean this up because 7, 8 dudes going to call me. Everybody understand that? Okay? That's a big one. One person saying something is a lot different than 7 or 8 people saying something. Okay? We talked about Brady. Okay? On the other side of hard work is your big break. Who in here wants a big break in life? Raise your hand if you want a big break. Okay? Right? That big break does not come without a massive amount of hard work. Everybody understand that? Okay? So if you think it's just going to happen, what did Ed Mylett say? Who said it in here? What happens when you get that success? It's a fluke? Who said it? Cerny, right? And what's the other thing he said along with that, right? You want to go back to where you were, right? So you get a big break, and then you sabotage yourself over and over and over, and you end up back exactly where you were in the beginning. Does that make sense? Okay? And then we talked about this one, right? Teams know when they're playing crazy. I've been a part of one team where that was the case. When I was in New Hampshire, nobody wanted to play New Hampshire because they would smash your face off.